Hi Year 3, hope you're all okay, staying safe. You've got me for maths this week. Hope you got on okay last week and are raring to go for this week. Each day you're going to need this sheet, which you should find in your pack, to do a warm-up game. It's Hit the Button, which a lot of you will remember from last year with me. And each day you're going to play a game. I'll tell you which game 5 times and write down your score each time for try 1, try 2, try 3, try 4, try 5. And then the challenge is to find out the total for the day. Let me quickly show you how to go to Hit the Button. This is one way. Enter Hit the Button in your Google search. Go to the website. And I want you to try number bonds. Units, add units, add units. Here we go. So 4 and 6 is 10. Add 6, 16. 9 and 2 is 11. Add 3, 14, and so on. If you find that a bit tricky, you could try addition within 10 instead, or addition within 20. You work at your own level, where you feel comfortable. Don't forget to fill in your scores on the grid. Now, the main activity today, you're going to be adding a single digit to a 3-digit number. Remember, a 3-digit number is something like 324, where you've got hundreds, tens, and units. Now, you're going to play a game using these 3-digit numbers. You'll need a sand timer that lasts for a minute, or set an iPhone timer, iPad timer for 1 minute. And you're going to write down some sums on your square paper that you'll find in your packs. And what you've got to do, you've got 1 minute to write down your 3-digit number, and you're going to simply add 4 units. So we're not changing the hundreds or the tens here. Sometimes you might have to though. But we're changing the units. 4 units, add 4 units gives us 8 units. Quickly think of another 3-digit number, write it down, and add 4 again. Keep going with your 3-digit numbers and adding 4. How many can you do in a minute? And then you can check that you got your answers right. Now for your second minute, you'll be using the sand timer again, or the iPad timer for 1 minute, and your 3-digit numbers. So for instance, now I've got 486, but this time we're going to be adding 7 here. I wonder how we could do that. That's a bit harder, isn't it? Let's have a little think before we play the game. Okay, some of you might remember this strategy from year 2 with me, but we were using smaller numbers then. You can bridge through multiples of 10. So if we were thinking about going from 486 to the next multiple of 10, we'd be bridging to 490. How many will we need to get there? Hopefully you know this because of your number bonds to 10. You would need 4. But we should have been adding 7. So we've got another 3 to add to that answer. It is called chunking. 490 plus the 3 that we've still got to add on would give you 493. Let's try another one. So here my 3-digit number is 258, and we're going to try to add 7. But we're going to do it by adding bits at a time, or chunks at a time, and bridge through a multiple of 10. So we need to think 258 add what would give us 260. And hopefully with your number bond knowledge from year 1 and 2, you know that it's 8 add 2 would give you a multiple of 10. Now we were supposed to add 7 if you remember, but we've still got 5 of that left to add on. And hopefully you would realise that that would give you 265. Okay? Replay that a little bit if you haven't quite got it yet. When you're ready, get set with your square paper and your minute timers and do as many sums like that as you can. A 3-digit number add 7. Ready, steady, go. For your last minute of this game, you're going to be thinking about adding 9 to your 3-digit numbers. So get your 3-digit number, whichever one you want, and we're going to be adding 9, which is pretty tricky. I prefer to add 10, the magic number in maths. So 345 add 10 is easy. Your hundreds are staying the same. It's your tens that are changing. If you went down a line on a 100 square and added 10, that would become 5 tens. And of course your units stay the same. But you've just added too many. You should have only added 9, not 10. So now you need to adjust by taking 1 away. So the answer should be 354. Okay, replay that if you didn't quite get it. Okay, get your sand timer ready, your square paper and your pencil. Get ready, steady, go! How have you been doing with that? If you're comfortable, you're ready to move on, but if not, stop the video and have a little bit more practice at adding those numbers to your 3-digit numbers using the different strategies. Maths is all about using different strategies to solve the problems. No one way's right, just find the ones you're most comfortable with. If you were finding that really tricky, why don't you just try generating a 2-digit number like 36, 47, and just keep adding 5 each time. Have a go at that if you prefer. Now for some work from your textbooks. Last term you were using this one with Mr. Devlin, and you'll be pleased to know we're going to carry on with the same scheme, but we're going to be working with textbook 3 this term. You'll need to turn to page 4. Hopefully you've got a copy of this book in your pack. And using some of your square paper also in your pack, you're going to copy down these sums and, of course, write down the answers. Use some of the strategies we've already been talking about so far. If that page looks a bit scary, don't panic, don't worry. Use your square paper and just write down 10 different 3-digit numbers, all in a column. Then your adds, and just keep adding 5 each time. You'll find that easier. You'll soon get the hang of it. If you're finding it really easy, there's a fun game to play which I'll show you now, and hopefully the link has been sent to you. This is what the game looks like. It's quite challenging, but have a go if you dare. There are 2 versions of the game, and if you don't have a dice, you can always use this dice and spinners activity here. If that's too easy and you want to try and stretch yourself a bit further, adapt the game. Change your dice to a 1 to 9, and you're going to make 2 3-digit numbers this time. And the player whose total is nearest to 500 is the winner. Again, there's an easier version if you're finding it all a little bit tricky, but please don't worry, practice just makes perfect. Adapt the game so that your dice goes from 1 to 9, but you're only having 1-digit numbers. Who can get the closest to 20 with that game? If you've really whizzed on because maths is your thing, have a go at some of the challenges down there if you like, but don't wear yourselves out. Finally, for those of you who really love maths, like Viren, you might want to try and investigate some more number patterns. So think of a 3-digit number, write it down, and first of all, add 9. What's the answer? Hopefully you know that that's 246, using some of the strategies we've talked about already. Next line, add 8 to the same number. And hopefully you realise that's 245. Same number to start with, but this time, what do you think we're going to add? 7, yeah. Hopefully you can work out that that's 244. And you can keep going. Add 6, add 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And what do you notice about the answer? What's happening? Would that work with another 3-digit number? Would the same thing happen? Try it with another 3-digit number. Add 9, add 8, add 7 and investigate what's happening to your answers this time. What do you notice? Whew, that seems like a lot of work. Some of you might have whizzed on and got through it all, which is great. But if you didn't, don't worry. We'll get used to the pace of work that we need to go at. And you need to decide which challenges you want to try so that you're comfortable but not being lazy. Got to stretch yourself as well a little bit. See you tomorrow. Bye.